Welcome back. Today I have 3 quick van projects to share with you. The first one is our brand new 12-volt TV. The second is replacing one of the faucet handles in our bathroom sink. And the third is a new motor for my Rad Mini. I hope you'll stick around. Before I get started on our first project, I wanted to update you on our propane system. In the last video I mentioned that we didn't have any propane in the van and that we're waiting for a part to come in to have it repaired. The part came in and it's now been fixed. It was a solenoid. Here's the solenoid, and it's made by Rotarex. Now I thought that it might be nice to be able to carry a spare solenoid with us so that if we're on the road we can just find a technician. Not that that's terribly easy, but at least we'd be one step ahead and wouldn't have to wait a week or two to get the part from Canada. So I went online, I looked for Rotarex, and I couldn't find a distributor in the US, but I enlisted the help of one of our viewers, Helmut, thank you very much. He's in Germany, and he made a few phone calls and got the name of a distributor for me. However, when I contacted them by email, I first got a response, and then I got a comment back that said, "How many do you want?" And when I said 1, I didn't hear from them again. So I don't know if it's available to get from this distributor, but I will put the information about this in the description box below this video in case you decide you want to see if you can find one in the US. If not, you'll have to order it through your dealer and it comes from Pleasureway. Okay, now on to project number 1. The first project is the installation of our brand new 12-volt television, and here it is. We really like the quality. I love that it's 1080p instead of 720, so we'll get a better picture. It is more intuitive when you're programming it, and I'm hoping it will help me when I'm editing on the road so I can actually use it as a second monitor. So that was one of the reasons that I wanted to get this new TV, which I didn't explain before. Now, there were actually several viewers who recommended TVs to me. One viewer who's nearby, Scott, thank you very much, he ended up getting something else and recommended a different TV. The reason I went with the Jensen is because I thought it might be a little bit more heavy duty and do better on the rough roads that we sometimes drive on. So we'll keep you posted on how it works, but it's 12 volts, so I don't have to turn on the inverter, and more importantly, we don't have to turn off the inverter when we are falling asleep. The installation was super easy, and here it is. Here's the power cord, and what's this? That's the antenna. The new TV uses these outer holes. TV's installed. We've already watched YouTube on it, and it looks better. And audio is what? You think sound is about the same? Same. I bet you can hook in speakers to it, right? Yep. And the interface, though, is easier. It's a little bit more intuitive, I think. John's now going to try to scan for TV stations, see what they look like. It's working. That looks better, doesn't it? Faucet. The second project is replacing the handle on our bathroom faucet. I don't know what happened, but it just cracked in half one day on our last trip. And I was afraid we might not be able to find the exact handle because this is pretty tight in here. But we did, and it was super easy, as you will see. But what I would like to know from you guys, I looked online. I was really hoping to find a replacement, a whole faucet replacement. This is just so low, it's hard to get your hands underneath to wash them, and it would be really nice to have one that's a little bit higher. The problem is, of course, the faucet has a thing on it that allows you to hook the hose to the shower wand into it. And I don't know if there's anything available that would fit this little tiny space, but if any of you guys have found one, please let me know what it is. And last but not least is replacing the motor on my Rad Mini. Now, we're not positive there was a problem with the Rad Mini, But just to be careful, just to be sure that I didn't get out on the road somewhere and have the motor go bad, we went ahead and ordered another motor. It comes as a complete wheel. So you can't just order the motor, you have to order a complete wheel. And it was pretty simple. Rad sent us actually this video. It's a kind of a hidden link. So I'll put the link to this if you ever have the problem. I'll put the link in the description box. But that shows you how to change the wheel if you ever have to. It's also good to know if you, in case you want to change it for a flat tire. Shows you how to do it. It's pretty simple, but they always seem to leave out a couple of steps. First step is to make sure it's in 7th gear, and the second thing is to disconnect the power, which is right here. Was there a zip tie that got clipped already? Yeah, we'll put a zip tie back because they show one.
They switched out the tires for it.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Okay, so that's that.
Okay.
Next thing is to remove the axle nut. Oh boy. I don't know. I sent John in there to see if he could get it off. So John's removing the guard and so he can get a better angle on that nut. And that's an 18 millimeter. Okay, next is the torque arm. Next thing is to pull the derailleur back, derailleur arm. Now you can pull it straight up and out of the way. So John, what was the total price, delivered and almost installed?
$416.92, something like that.
Okay. Let the air out. Oh, we'll have an extra tube now, won't we? John just reminded me that when REI fixed the flat, they pulled out 12 thorns. So if you're changing a tire, make sure you check the inside of the tire to check for things like thorns. Oh yeah, this one's super easy. Ready, Freddy? There we go. Okay. There it is. No boy, these things are heavy. Got it. Let's fill her up. So the one thing is you got to make sure you get it lined up on the disc properly. So I suppose you have to spin the wheel. Yeah, that needs to go toward you. They don't explain this part very well. There you go. And it still needs to go toward you.
I see that goes right
Yeah,
there, though.
I do. Good.
I like the way it works on the brake. I like the way it works there.
That's interesting. From their video, it's not apparent that you have to turn the whole tire in order to get this thing lined up here.
Okay, yeah.
So this little bit here has to fall perfectly inside of here on both sides in order to make it fit. One more tip on repairs to a Rad bicycle. Some places will not work on bikes that you didn't buy from their shop. If you call Rad, they'll give you a list of a few places that you might be able to take it. And one of the places was REI. We have taken our bike to REI before, and they had replaced a tire for us. But this time, because it was the motor issue, they didn't want to touch it. The other thing you might consider if you ever need repairs, because during the pandemic, it's been hard to get, repairs at some places. In fact, Rad has a mobile van where they send it around and make repairs, and you can test ride their bicycles. But it has been shut down during the lockdown. There are some rental places along the coast here in California, and maybe other places, that rent Rads, and that is a potential spot to have repairs made if you're ever looking for that. I hope this has been helpful. We'll see you next week. So I was driving down to the beach to go for a walk, and I just posted my Rad video this morning, and look, just around the corner,